Multivitamins. They sound like the perfect health shortcut. One pill containing almost everything your body needs, but every multivitamin brand contains a different mix of nutrients and doses, so it's hard to know whether it's actually correcting anything you need. For most people with a reasonably varied diet, they usually don't make a noticeable difference. They can still be useful if you have a restricted diet or a known deficiency, but then a targeted supplement often makes more sense. F tier. BCAAs, they're marketed as essential for muscle growth and recovery, but BCAAs are already found in normal protein-rich foods. If you're eating enough protein, taking them separately usually adds very little. They may slightly reduce muscle soreness after exercise, but they don't seem to meaningfully improve strength or performance or muscle growth. For most people, a complete protein source simply makes more sense, F tier. Electrolytes, these are minerals like sodium, potassium, and magnesium. They help regulate hydration, nerves, and muscle function. Unlike the previous supplements, electrolytes can genuinely be useful, but most people don't need a special drink for everyday hydration. They make the biggest difference during long workouts or during heavy sweating or in hot weather or after losing fluids through illness. So they work, but only when you actually need to replace more than just water. D tier. Vitamin D. Unlike the last two supplements, vitamin D can be genuinely important. Your body uses it to absorb calcium and maintain healthy bones. And you normally produce it when your skin is exposed to sunlight, but people who get little sun may not make enough. Darker skin, little vitamin D-rich food, or already low levels can leave you short too. In those cases, a supplement can correct a real deficiency and make a meaningful difference. But if your levels are already normal, taking more usually won't give you extra energy or turn you into a healthier person overnight. Useful, especially for the right person, but not a universal game changer, B tier. Magnesium. Magnesium is an essential mineral. It is involved in hundreds of processes throughout your body, including muscle function, nerve signaling, energy production, and bone health. Because of that, supplements are often marketed as a solution for everything, from poor sleep and stress to muscle cramps and low energy. But being important doesn't mean that taking extra automatically improves all of those things. If your diet already provides enough magnesium, the effects of supplementation are usually fairly modest. It can still be useful for people with a low intake or certain deficiencies, but for the average person, it's helpful rather than transformative. C tier. Protein powder. Protein powder is basically a convenient, concentrated source of protein. It is usually made from milk, soy, peas, or other foods. Unlike many supplements, it reliably does what it promises. It helps you increase your protein intake that can support muscle growth and recovery. And it can also be useful for older adults or anyone who struggles to eat enough protein, but the powder itself isn't better than protein from normal food. If you already get enough through your diet, adding more probably won't make much difference. Collagen. Collagen is the main structural protein in your skin, joints, tendons, and bones. Your body produces it naturally, but production gradually decreases as you age. Collagen supplements are often marketed as a solution for younger-looking skin, and stronger joints, healthier hair, and even muscle growth. There is some evidence that collagen peptides may modestly improve skin hydration and joint discomfort, especially when taken consistently. But the effects are usually subtle, and some positive skin studies appear strongly influenced by industry funding. It's also not a complete protein, so it's a poor replacement for whey, soy, or normal protein-rich food when muscle growth is the goal. Potentially useful for skin or joints, but nowhere near as transformative as the marketing suggests. C tier. Creatine. Creatine is a substance your body naturally produces and stores mainly in your muscles, where it helps rapidly regenerate energy during short, intense activity. You also get some creatine from meat and fish, but supplementation can increase how much your muscles store. This can improve strength, power, and repeated high-intensity performance, and help you gain slightly more muscle from training over time. Unlike most supplements, these effects are well studied and fairly consistent. Creatine monohydrate is also inexpensive, and there's usually no reason to buy a more complicated version. It won't replace training, sleep, or a good diet, but it genuinely delivers measurable benefits. S tier. Melatonin. Melatonin is a hormone your brain naturally produces in the evening to help regulate your sleep-wake cycle. As a supplement, it can be useful for jet lag, shift work, or when your internal clock is out of sync, but it isn't really a powerful sleeping pill. And it doesn't necessarily fix the underlying reason someone sleeps badly. It may help some people fall asleep slightly faster. But the effect is usually more modest than the marketing suggests. Long-term safety is also less well established than short-term use, useful in the right situation, but not something everyone needs every night. B tier, zinc. Zinc is an essential mineral involved in immune function, wound healing, cell growth, and many other processes throughout the body. Because of its role in the immune system, zinc supplements are often marketed as something you should take every day to avoid getting sick. But if you already get enough zinc from food, taking extra generally doesn't provide a major health upgrade. Zinc lozenges may shorten a cold slightly when taken soon after symptoms begin, but the results are inconsistent, and they don't appear to make the symptoms much less severe. Taking high doses for too long can also interfere with copper absorption and cause other problems, useful in specific situations, but unnecessary as a daily supplement for most people. C tier.